Hello True Believer, today we're going to go through Boolean operators. So there's four main ones that we'll be exploring, which is AND, OR, NOT, or XOR. And these are used for conditional statements and also conditional loops. Okay, so let's begin. Originally it was made by George Boole, and he was back before computers even existed. This branch of mathematics existed, and he founded logic in the math systems that we're going to be looking at. So all logic functions can be determined using these three primary Boolean logic operators: AND, OR, and NOT. Okay, so I even used AND just before. So AND narrows your options. Another way of thinking of it is both these options have to happen, otherwise it can't happen. OR broadens your options and gives you more options when you say OR. Can I have this or that? And the last one is NOT, and that's used to exclude options. Okay, so where can Boolean operators be found using Scratch? Simply under the green menu, and just down here in the middle where it's highlighted in red. Okay, so you basically place that in, and then you'll have true or false statements based in either of these blocks. So what is a Venn diagram? Okay, a Venn diagram is used to show the sample space of a set of items inside of a rectangle. You then group the categories that you want to make in using circles, and then place the items inside. Okay, so there's this really simple example. There's a group of bugs where they're all green are here, and all the spotty ones are here. And look at the language I'm about to use. The green and spotty one is in the middle. Okay. So Venn diagrams, they're not always to scale to match. So if we consider a deck of cards, this is sort of the typical option that we use when we do Venn diagrams. We're going to have a look, and we're going to make a Venn diagram to show all the aces as one group, and then all the spades as another. Okay. So have a pause, try and do this by yourself, just for free drawing, and I'll listen and welcome back. Okay, so what you should have done, if you've paused it, is something like that. Okay, so basically there's all the aces in this section. There's the ace of spades in the middle, and then all the spades go in the blue and the green area, and everything else is not. So how many ace of spades there are? Well, there's only one. Okay, which is the ace of spades. So that is an ace and a space. See how that's narrowed the options? Then, if we want to have all the aces that aren't spades, they go in the yellow area. And then if we have all the spades that aren't aces, it goes over here. And then everything else goes all the way around in that area. Okay, so if you hear the word ace and spade, it's usually the intersection point of the two circles. Okay. Another way of thinking about this is with a group of bugs that I've made. Okay, so we're going to look at the green and spotty versions. Okay, so those are the two conditions. So everything that's green goes in this circle, everything that's spotty goes in this circle. So that is the only bug that is green and spotty. Then all the green ones can go in the other side, so this crescent moon shape over this side. And then everything that's spotty can go on the other side. And then everything else simply goes around the edge outside of the two groups because they aren't green or spotty. So the AND operator, like we've just been talking about, is when both conditions are true or all the conditions are true. It makes your statement more specific. So this and that. Whenever you go ordering something in the grocery, McDonald's for example, I have a Big Mac and fries. It's not Big Mac or fries. So see how it makes it very specific. And it will return true only when both conditions are true. So using AND will narrow your options. So everything that's red and big, right in the middle there. So both red and big. So something like Santa would go there. So green and spotty, well, there's only one option out of our little bug example that was green and spotty. Everything else doesn't matter. So have a look at this image and just think about which color would be green, or colors would be green and spotty. Okay, so just pause the video. Okay, welcome back. So if you thought about what's green and spotty, was always in the middle part, wasn't it? So the purple section, or where it intersects, is what is and. Okay, so we're going to now make a little simple scratch game that looks like this. Okay, and the way that's going to work, if I just open up Scratch, is we're going to have a simple start, and we're going to go forever, and then we're going to have an if and then an else statement, and we're going to put the and operator in, and then sensing, we want to have mouse down, and then we want to have a key space pressed. So if that's true, we want to move 10 steps, else returning. Okay, now if we run that little game, it's going to continually move unless I press both the mouse and the space bar. Because if I just press the mouse, nothing happens. If I just press the space bar, nothing happens. But if I press both at the same time, yeah, that first bit of code there, that action gets executed, not that. Okay, so that's how the and works. It means both things have to happen. Okay, so if we go back to our little program, there we go. So the or operator is the next one, and that means either, any, or union. Now when you hear or, it includes both. Okay, so or makes your statement more general. Can I have this or that? Okay, and we'll return results for either conditions. Using or will widen your options, and this is the important part that confuses a lot of people. Or actually includes and, so it means that both can happen at the same time. So if we said something that's red or big, okay, that means that area. So not just the two crescent moon parts, it actually includes the and part as well. Okay, so anything that's red or big is anything like this. So you could have anything that's red. You could have Jabba the Hutt because he's big. Okay, but he's not red. But do you see Santa is red or big? Okay, so that's where it gets a little bit confusing. Exclusive or is used when you don't include the both. Okay, which we'll go through a little bit later. Okay, so anything that's green or spotty, well, straight away the green and spotty is the first thing. Then all the green bugs, they would be the other part that's green or spotty because it is green. Okay, and then anything that's spotty would be the rest. So when you hear the word or, it means that it can include and just has to meet one of those conditions. It has to be green or spotty. So have a look at this image and just have a think about what colors would be would be A or B. Okay, just pause the video and come back once you've had a bit of a think. Okay, welcome back. So you should have chosen the red, the purple, and the blue. Okay, that's the area that would be A or B. So we're going to make it this a little bit different. So the original game, we had the and there. We're going to just simply swap that for the or, just so that we can see what happens now. So swapping this over, we're going to put the mouse down and the key pressed, and off we go. So now, if I press the mouse down, it will move. If I press the space, he'll move, because that is one of the conditions. If I press both at the same time, he still moves. The only time he doesn't move is when nothing is touched. Okay? So to go back to this image, this is the same as when the mouse gets pressed down, the blue area, and only the mouse. The keyboard being pressed is the same as this red area, and both being pressed is the same as this purple area. Okay. So then we moved on to the last operator of the primary sets, which is the not operator. So the not is the negation or the exact opposite of whatever you want to do. Okay, and makes your statement very specific and returns the opposite condition of what you're trying to do. Using not will exclude options. It will get rid of different options. Okay, Neither can be used when negating a series of Boolean statements. Okay, so neither this nor that. So if we did everything that's not big, do you see it includes everything that was red but not big? So this overlap here is not included. And then anything that's not big, so your Fanta, your Taylor Swift, all these different things. Okay, so everything that's not green is all the bugs that are not green. So the spotty bugs that aren't green go inside here, and everything else that is not green goes around the edge. Okay, so have a think about what's not A in this condition and just pause the video. Okay, welcome back. So you should have chosen the red and the green area for the not A. So this crescent moon area in here and the green area all the way around. So easiest way to think about not, you can't have your cake and eat it at the same time. Okay, so it has to be one or the other. You can't have both at the same time. Okay, so they're exclusive and it's impossible for them to have it occur at the same time. So we're going to swap this around. We're going to use the not mouse down now. So just stop this. There we go. We'll go not and then mouse down. So now the cat's going to continually move. Now I've lost him. But basically he was only moving whenever I let go. Yeah? Because that's the not. You can also put multiple of these statements together to do more complex conditions. Okay, so you can put an or inside of an and inside of a not. And they're basically grouped like the lower preference. So this and is like math where you have brackets. This would be done first. Then this and would be done with this not. And then this or would be done with the result from all that and that. Okay, which you're not expected to learn, but it's just kind of interesting. If you ever need to do XOR, okay, so XOR is the same as OR, except it doesn't include both. XOR means exclusive OR, okay, so only one exclusively, so one or the other can occur at the same time. And XOR makes your statement more general, so it returns a result if only one of the conditions is true. Using XOR will widen your options, okay, and it removes the and from the part, okay. So if we have everything that's red and big and we use the exclusive OR, we're only interested in these crescent moon parts, not the middle part. Okay, so everything that's red or big, or exclusively or big, would be everything that's red but not big, and everything that's big, like Jabba the Hutt, but not red. Okay, so that's how exclusive OR. So green exclusive OR spotty would be all the green bugs that aren't spotty, which is this one here, so that one won't be included. Okay, and then all the spotty bugs, but they're not green. Okay, so that's how exclusive OR. So have a look at this image, just pause it and have a think about what colors would be exclusive OR in this. Okay, welcome back. So you should have found that it was the red and the blue area matches the exclusive OR for A and B. Okay, so XOR and Scratch doesn't actually exist, but we can make it. Okay, so there's no block that exists for exclusive OR, but like I said before, we can merge different and, or, and nots together to make exclusive OR. Okay, so mathematically, there's a branch of logic that you can do that will basically find XOR by doing that. Notice the brackets, so you need to do the A and B first, then the not of all that, and with A or B. Okay, if you do that, that is exactly the same as what exclusive OR is. Okay, so which is possible to do in Scratch, and we're going to have a crack at doing that now. Okay, so we'll come back here to our Scratch, and this is a little bit more technical than what we've done before. So if you look at it, you're meant to do the and first. So we put the and in. We then put in either side a not and an or. So we put a not in this side, and then an or in that side. Okay, And then inside the not, we have to put another and. Okay, which matches this. So not and A and B, and then and A or B. Okay, now we just got to put in the different controllers. So we have to put mouse down in there, because that's what A is. A is the option of doing the mouse down, and then B is the option of pressing the space bar. So now, if we play this, he will move if we do that. If we press spacebar, he'll move. But then if we press both, see how he stops moving? Okay, so that's something that might be useful for you in the future with your games. Okay, so there's all the bugs that we had. So here's a summary of everything that you should know by now. So and is when you narrow the options or both conditions are met. Okay, so if it's green and spotty, it's only the part in the middle. Okay, so both options or both actions need to occur, otherwise it will not work. Or on the other hand, widens your options, so it means either condition is met, including both. So if it's green or spotty, it can be any of these options. Not is when the condition is never met, so it's the exact opposite, so everything that's not green goes around the edge. And exclusive or XOR is only when one of the conditions is met. Okay, so if you're green, exclusive or spotty, you would not include the middle. Right, so here's our few little challenges that I've sort of made. So I've got everything that's a turtle over here, everything that's a ninja over here, and everything else outside. So what we need to think about is everything that's not a ninja. Okay, so that would be everything in the blue and the green area in this case. Then anything that's exclusively a ninja or a turtle would be the turtle or the ninja, but not the ninja turtle, because he's both. Everything that's neither a turtle or a ninja is everything that's outside. So when you hear the word neither, it means everything that's not that. And the last one, a ninja and a turtle, or neither a ninja nor a turtle. This is a bit of a tricky one. So everything that's a ninja and a turtle would be this part, or neither a ninja nor a turtle is everything that's outside that we worked out before. Okay. Another one that we need to do is create a Venn diagram. So just think about this with the conditions of even, diamond, and less than 6. That would be 3 separate groups. And this is what you'd have a try trying to build the Venn diagram. And welcome back. So this is what it should look like. Okay, so if you think about that, everything that's a diamond that's less than 6 and it's even, see how there's a lot of ands there? It's this and that. Is only the 2 of diamonds and the 4 of diamonds meet those conditions. Okay, then everything that's even and a diamond that wasn't the 2 and the 4 can go into this orange section. Everything that's even less than 6 can go into this section, so all the 2s and 4s. Everything that's a diamond and less than 6 is everything that wasn't in these 2 parts, which was the 3 and the 5. And then now all the diamonds that are left over can go around in the yellow section. All the even numbers can go into this section. All the numbers that are less than 6. And then everything else that is not one of those conditions goes around the edge. And now here's the final version we're going to do. So this is the La Piazza, which is my favorite pizza. So it has ham, mushroom, and pineapple. Okay, so which Venn diagram, what colors would make a La Piazza? Have a go at trying to do all 4 of these. Okay, so have a pause, try and do these, and we'll come back. Okay, welcome back. So to make a La Piazza, it would just be the brown part in the middle of the Venn diagram. That is the only condition that will make that true. So you need to have ham and mushroom and pineapple. The next one is a pizza with only one of the toppings. Okay, would be all the extra bits outside of them. Okay, so they're not quite crescent moons for the Star Wars nerds. It looks like the Rebel Alliance symbol, so the yellow, red, and blue. Then A pizza with at least 2 of the toppings, so at least would be this and this and this. And then a pizza that uses ham and pineapple, okay, would be the La Piazza, the brown part in the middle, and the green area. So now you've had a bit of exposure. It's up to you to now have a play with making the shooter game. Once you've completed building that one, there's a more complicated duck hunt game that we've got with all the images available for you. So hopefully by now you should know what and, or, not, and exclusive or all do. Okay? Happy programming. Good luck.